Hello friends from where you are in Holland, in Norway, in US, in Singapore, and also the English speakers that lives here in Israel and our friends with our Amuta, with Amutat lechaim. Today, this morning, I'm here in Bar-Haim in the Higher Galilee, and I have a very, very nice and special person, Roni. Roni, she's part of our project in Tzfat, adopting our winners of Holocaust. And Roni, originally she grew up in Israel. She will tell her own story, but she immigrated basically from US, from Atlanta, right? From Atlanta, and she came to Israel, and I would like you to hear how this project affecting her and what it does to her. And I want to thank you again that you're following us, and you are with us in a time like this of the Corona. Roni, so I heard you before you spoke like you are the friends. And I would like to ask you, first of all, where you coming from?
I've been living in Atlanta for the past 8 years. I moved when I was 10 years old, and I was active in the Jewish community there. But once I graduated high school, I decided it was time to come back for Israel, at least for this 1 year.
And then you decided to come to the Mechina.
Mm-hmm.
And when you heard us speak about the project with Holocaust survivors, did you felt like you want to be part of it?
I felt very touched from the moment that you and Shir came into our class and started talking about it before we even got to choose what we wanted to do with this year. I was so touched by everything that you said, and I felt so connected. My great-grandparents are Holocaust survivors themselves, and the whole topic has always been a big part of my life. And so the way you guys spoke about them and how they're not Holocaust survivors but winners of the Holocaust, and how it's so important to strengthen them and to make them feel loved and appreciated and strong, it very much resonated with me, and I knew I wanted to be a part of the program immediately.
So in that case, now we can go to down to the project, Roni, and the way you described before, what it does to you. Can you explain to people, you as a young woman that just right before you go, I guess, to the IDF after the Mechina?
Yes.
What is this project does to you? You can even say, who do you actually visit?
So I visit the winner of Holocaust, Juliet, in Tzfat, and I was just saying, my parents and my siblings don't live here, they live back in Atlanta, and Julie truly feels like a grandma to me. Every single time I get to go to visit her, I don't feel like I'm doing any sort of act of service. I feel thankful that she's willing to sit with me every Tuesday and talk to me. She has so much knowledge, and she's so kind and so welcoming, and truly just feels like a grandmother. And my connection with her, it strengthened my connection to Israel in general. It showed me the power of love for Israel and of giving, and how even someone like her who's gone through such a difficult life and has been through so many things can just outpour love to every single person that she knows, welcoming us into her home within 5 minutes of knowing her, and truly just acting like a grandma to us, always being so loving and so caring and so kind. And it made me realize how powerful that connection to Judaism and to Israel is, and it was one of the reasons I wanted to stay in Israel and to make my roots here.
Roni, this is bring almost tears also to my own eyes, and I'm not joking. This is very deep. And I want to ask you, you spoke about the roots in Israel and about how important the unity and the join together, with the Holocaust survivors. And I want to ask you, in these days, everybody speaks about the vaccines and everything, and we can feel the atmosphere of the elderly people. Could you also say that the vaccine that we talk about, the vaccine of love and the unity and the meeting that we do it constantly every week, do you think it's giving them health and hope, these elderly people?
Definitely. I feel it's incredible, because my meetings with Julie, they make me feel so strong, just like they do her. Because if there's one thing about Julie that I can say, is that we can really see how much she loves all of us, and she's always so thankful and so loving to me and my partner when we go and visit her, that it just makes me realize how much power we have in such a small act of coming to see her and talking to her and learning from all of her life lessons. it makes me see how much power I have, and it makes me see how incredible she is, and we can truly see every single time we come see her how her face lights up and how she immediately starts talking to us and feeling so much better. She always tells us that it makes her day, and that honestly just, it makes mine too.
So Julie, you almost say it all, and it's only one question. So what I like to know, and I think inside my heart I already understand the answer, when you finish the Mechina, do you think you will take this project, something did to you that it will also will take you to the ahead life, to later on?
Absolutely.
You're going to carry that with you?
Absolutely. I saw from this project how much strength our small acts of love and of care, how much strength it can give the winners of the Holocaust, and it touched my heart, and it's not something I want to end once I finish Mechina. It's definitely something I want to carry on to be a way of life.
Me, as a Sabra Israeli, I'm almost speechless to what Ronnie just said, and I can only say that if I ask myself the reason that we have the Amuta, our organism for 18 years, this is what encouraging me so much, to see what it does to the young Jewish Israeli people that come in here and see the important unity with our past people, with the Holocaust survivors. Ronnie, you are a great example.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you so much for what you say, and mostly for what you are.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, people.